She married my boss. But that night, she chose my car over his mansion. Never start a story with once upon a time. Start it with the moment everything went wrong, or in this case, the moment everything got real. Here's what they don't tell you about driving for the rich. The money is good. The silence in the back seat, that's the part that kills you. I was just a driver. My job was simple. Pick up, drop off, keep my mouth shut. Don't look in the rearview mirror too long. Don't ask questions. Don't remember what you hear. That was the unspoken rule, and for 3 years I followed it like my rent depended on it. Because it did. But then came that Tuesday night, and every rule I ever made for myself went out the window. This isn't a love story, at least not the kind you're thinking. There's no cheating in a hotel room, no secret text messages, no stolen kisses in the garage. This is something worse. This is 2 people sitting in a car, not touching, and still managing to break everything they were supposed to protect. Let me back up. My boss, Mr. Sharma, is the kind of rich that doesn't look at you when he talks. He looks through you, like you're a piece of furniture that happens to have a pulse. He owns 3 companies, 5 cars, and a wife who smiles like she's in a toothpaste ad. Perfect teeth, perfect hair, perfect silence. I'd driven her maybe 20 times before that night. Grocery runs, salon appointments, lunch with friends who laughed too loud and hugged too long. She always sat in the back, right side. Always said thank you in a way that felt practiced, like she'd been taught to say it, not like she meant it. But here's the thing about driving someone for years. You start to notice things. The way she looked out the window, like she was calculating the distance between where she was and somewhere else. The way her hands sat in her lap. Not relaxed, not tense either, just waiting. Like a phone that's fully charged but never rings. That Tuesday, I picked her up from a dinner party. She was supposed to be there until 11. I got the call at 9:15. Come now, 2 words. That's all Mr. Sharma texted. No, please, no explanation. Just come now. When I pulled up, she was already standing outside. No coat. It was cold enough to see your breath. She didn't shiver, though. She just stood there, arms crossed, looking at the ground like it had personally offended her. I got out and opened the door for her. Standard stuff. But when she got in, she didn't sit in the back. She sat in the front, right next to me. That was the first sign. Drivers and passengers don't sit next to each other. There's an invisible line, a class thing, a respect thing. I don't know. But she crossed it like it didn't exist. I didn't say anything. Just put the car in drive and started heading toward the mansion. We drove for about 3 minutes in complete silence. Then she said something I'll never forget. Don't take me home. I looked at her. She wasn't crying, but she was close. You know that look? When someone's holding everything in so tight that their face is doing this weird calm thing? Yeah, that. Ma'am, I said. Just drive, she said. Anywhere. I don't care. Just not there. Now here's where most people think the story gets spicy. They think she made a move. They think something happened. But that's not real life. Real life is messier. Real life is a woman in a $10,000 dress, sitting in a $20,000 car, asking a driver who makes $20 an hour to just not. So I drove. I didn't ask questions. I didn't know what to say. I'd never been in a situation like this. I'm a driver. I drive. That's it. But she wasn't treating me like a driver anymore. She was treating me like a person, and that scared me more than anything. We ended up at a 24-hour diner on the edge of town, the kind with sticky menus and coffee that's been sitting too long. She didn't seem to care. She ordered black coffee. I ordered the same. And then she started talking. She told me she hadn't had a real conversation with her husband in 18 months. Not an argument. Not a fight. A real conversation. The kind where you say how you feel, and the other person actually listens. She said he talks at her, not to her. He tells her what to wear, where to go, who to be seen with. He manages her. Like a project. Like a car that needs maintenance. And she was tired. Not sleepy tired. Soul tired. She said, I don't want to run away. I just want 1 hour where I don't have to be managed. That line hit me like a truck, because I knew exactly what she meant. Not the rich part. The human part. We've all felt that. That feeling of being surrounded by people who see what you do, but not who you are. That feeling of performing for everyone. Smiling when you're supposed to, being quiet when you're supposed to, existing for other people's convenience. A study from UCLA found that chronic, Emotional suppression. Pretending you're fine when you're not actually increases your risk of heart disease by nearly 30%. Another one from Harvard says loneliness is as dangerous as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Think about that. She was sitting in a mansion, surrounded by luxury, and her body was basically chain-smoking from loneliness. We talked for 2 hours. Not about anything important, really. Movies, food, places we wanted to see, stupid stuff. But it was the first time in years, she said, that someone just let her be. No agenda, no expectations, no performance. And that's when I realized something. She didn't need me to save her. She needed me to see her. There's a difference. Saving is about action. Seeing is about attention. And attention is the rarest currency in the world right now. Think about it. When's the last time someone really looked at you? Not glanced. Not scrolled past. Actually looked. Actually heard what you said. Without already thinking about what they were going to say next. That's what she wanted. That's all she wanted. But here's the problem. Once you see someone, you can't unsee them. Once you know the truth, you can't pretend you don't. I dropped her home at 1 in the morning. She got out of the car, turned around and said, "Thank you for not being afraid of me." Then she walked inside. And I sat there for 10 minutes, staring at the mansion gates, feeling like I'd just done something I couldn't take back. The next day, Mr. Sharma called me into his office. My heart was pounding. I thought he knew. I thought someone saw us at the diner. But no, he just wanted to tell me I'd be driving his wife every Tuesday now. She said, "You're a safe driver," he said. Good, keep it that way. Safe driver. If only he knew. Over the next few weeks, those Tuesday drives became something I looked forward to and hated at the same time. We'd talk, really talk, about our lives, our fears, the stuff you don't tell anyone because you're afraid they'll use it against you. She told me she used to paint, watercolors, flowers mostly, but her husband said it was a waste of time, so she stopped. She told me she wanted to learn guitar but never did because what's the point? She told me she felt like a ghost in her own house, present but not really there. And I listened. That's all I did. I just listened. But here's the thing about listening. It changes you. You start caring. And caring is dangerous when you're not supposed to care. I'm not saying I fell in love with her. That's too simple. Too Hollywood. It was something messier. Something between friendship and something else. A connection that didn't have a name. And maybe that's why it scared me so much. One night she asked me something I still think about. She said, "If you could be anyone else, who would you be?" I thought about it. "No one," I said. "I just want to be me, but with less fear." She smiled. A real smile, not the toothpaste one. "Same," she said, "same." And in that moment I understood something. Rich or poor, driver or CEO, we're all just walking around pretending we're okay. Pretending we have it figured out. But underneath, we're all just looking for someone to say, "I see you, and you're okay as you are." Psychologists call this validation. Brené Brown, the researcher who's spent decades studying shame and vulnerability, says that connection is why we're here, not success, not money, not status, connection, being seen, being known. That's it. But here's the hard part. You can't force that kind of connection, and you can't control where it happens. Sometimes it happens in a boardroom. Sometimes it happens in a car. Sometimes it happens between two people who, by every rule of society, shouldn't even be talking. So what happened next? Nothing. That's the truth. Nothing happened. No dramatic confession. No running away together. No scandal. She still lives in that mansion. I still drive her on Tuesdays. Her husband still doesn't see her. But something did change. She started painting again. Small watercolors. She leaves them in the car sometimes, tucked into the seat pocket. Little flowers, little skies. Little pieces of a person coming back to life. And me? I stopped being just a driver. I became a witness. And sometimes that's more important than being a hero. Because here's what I learned. Most people aren't looking for someone to save them. They're looking for someone to sit with them in the dark. Not to fix it. Just to say, "I'm here. This is hard. And you're not alone." That's what she gave me. And that's what I gave her. A few hours a week where neither of us had to pretend. So if you take anything from this story, take this. The next time someone talks to you, really listen. Don't fix. Don't advise. Don't judge. Just listen. Because you have no idea how long it's been since someone actually heard them. And if you're the one who needs to be seen, find your person. The one who'll sit with you in the car, drink bad coffee, and not run away. They exist, I promise. Now, if you want to hear another story about the lines we cross when no one's watching, click the video popping up on your screen right now. Because trust me, this next one hits even harder.